The Premier League, the Premier League, the Premier League. There has been a lot to discuss about the Premier League, and there's been some big news that's happened today. It's all seems to be coming out at the moment, and there's a lot to talk about. So, in this video, we're going to finally talk about the return of the Premier League. Let's go. What's up, everybody? It's the Sports Code, aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a Premier League update video. There's been big news that's happened over this day, yesterday, and potentially moving forward. Now, before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Sports Code YouTube channel and turn notifications on. Share the playlist and the video, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this video because it's good news for the most part about the Premier League. So, without further ado, let's get into it. With the Premier League obviously being getting closer and closer to its return, a lot of people don't know or don't expect when it's supposed to be returned. But today there's been a lot of news suggesting that the Premier League will actually return on the 17th of June, which is big news for English football fans, including myself, a Manchester United fan. I'm very happy to see this season kind of restart and finish. And yes, there's not going to be any fans. Yes, it's not going to be as entertaining as probably we expect it to be with the return. But this is big news for the Premier League. Now, I have to say this because it's not been officially confirmed by the Premier League, but the Telegraph have reported it, Australian News has reported it, and a bunch of other media outlets have reported that the Premier League will look like it's going to return on the 17th of June. So far, the Premier League has confirmed that they've decided to continue training. So that's the news. What do I think about the news at the moment? To be honest, it's a mixed feeling. I'm very happy to see the Premier League return. I'm very happy to see that I'm going to be able to watch my Manchester United team without injuries and ready to go, and we can see what we've got for the rest of the season. We can see where we stand. Where are we going to finish in the top 4? Are we going to make the Champions League? Are we going to win the Europa League? Are we going to go and take control of the FA Cup? All these things we can finally get answered for Manchester United. But there's a big question here, and the question is it too soon to return to the Premier League season? Now, me being from a different country to England, I can't comment exactly on what's happening with the pandemic in England. I can't, with a good conscience, say that this is too early or it shouldn't be done now, because I don't know. But I feel like it's been every other day where there's been more and more Premier League players, English players, that have been caught with this coronavirus. And that's the big problem here. That's the big worry. We've seen Troy Deeney say he would refuse to play if the Premier League continues, which is, again, it's going to be a big impact on Watford's side and a majority of the players that decided to stand with him. There's obviously big concerns about the players, but again, we've seen how this works at the Bundesliga. We've seen how they've taken the precautions. Manchester United, the Premier League, Liverpool, Man City, all the leagues that will continue to return will have to take a step the way the Bundesliga did, take all the precautions and improve upon them. That's why Bundesliga returning first was a big impact on the Premier League's decision to return, in my opinion. We have to take the precautions that they've done, improve upon it, and make their own certain precautions depending on their situation, whether it's being England or any other country that decides to put their leagues back into place, and then we'll see where we go from there. But overall, I'm extremely excited. I'm extremely excited to see what's going to happen out of this this last few weeks until the Premier League comes back. It seems like everything is slowly coming together. We're getting our sports back, and that's a very good feeling to have. So I'm grateful. That's the word to say. I'm grateful for the Premier League to come back. It's been so long since I've seen Manchester United play, and I love watching past games, but they can only get you so far, man. I know Manchester United were a good team back then. I know they were the best team in the world back then, but I don't need to watch every game of the past, because at the end of the day, that's not my concern. I'm not concerned about the past. I'm not bothered. I'm excited to see the historic moments that's happened in our lifetime. Don't get me wrong. But I'm more excited to see the Premier League come back now. We can focus on what's happening now, the future of this team, and see if we can get to those stages where we were before. That's only going to happen if the Premier League continues. And that's why I'm grateful. I'm grateful to see the matchups that we're going to have as well. We had some incredible matchups leading into the Premier League, and I know the Premier League is probably the only league that's going to keep going. There's not going to be a Europa League, which means we're going to be very tough on that. We don't know where we're going to stand in the Europa League. That could potentially get cancelled, and we've also had big problems with probably the FA Cup. I'm not sure if the FA Cup will continue. I think if anything, the FA Cup should continue, but we just don't know at the moment. And I'm very thankful. I'm just very thankful that this is happening. But again, we can't ignore what England's been going through, and I feel like England's copped it pretty badly. And again, I can't comment on a clear conscience about what I think because I just don't know the whole situation. But it seems like England's getting this pretty hard. And I think yesterday there was a notification by Bleacher Report about 4 new people getting the coronavirus within the Premier League. So it is a big concern of how they're going to be able to manage this, because all it takes is one person to play on that pitch with those symptoms, and that could put their whole team in jeopardy and another team in jeopardy. And it's very risky, and it's to the point we have to ensure that everybody's going to be safe out there. And I think that's the #1 priority. So if the Premier League does come back in June, and this is all true, and it looks like it will be true, then I'm excited, but I'm hoping they're taking the safety precautions they need. Similar with every other sport, it's just it's too important to just let it slip away because of the money that's involved. That's the only thing that I have a big issue about. But if everything's safe, if they take the precautions and no sort of new cases come around, and it's because of the Premier League, or if if half the team gets the virus, then you know it's because of the Premier League. So I hope this is not going to be the case for any team. And at the end of the day, let's just see how this goes. I feel like this is going to be the start of something, and I hope we can see this through to the very end, and we can hopefully get everything back to normal in the future. But for now, it's baby steps, and I'm willing to take the next step. And I'm sure everybody that wants to play in the Premier League will take the next step as well. And now let's see what we can do as a Premier League fan, as fans of the Premier League. We are going to be in this together. We're going to be supporting our teams, and we hope that the teams will end up, whether we're in the pitch, whether we're in the stadium or not, hopefully those teams can still feel the energy when we watch it on TV. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Not a long video, doesn't need to be a long video. I'm very excited, and I just wanted to get this out as quickly as possible. I'm about to go and do an essay, man. So please like and subscribe for more YouTube videos. What do you guys think about the Premier League returning, and do you think it's the right time? That's the big question here. The Premier League is going to return, whether it's now or later. The question is the timing right? And that's what I want to know. Leave in the comments below what you guys think, or if I've missed something. I probably have. Again, I've just rushed onto this, so if I've missed something, let me know as well. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful and safe day. Take care.